I want to go first overall. That's always in the back of my head. Hopefully that all the sacrifices I've made and my family's made can one day pay off and that be the reality.
2-on-1 shorthanded with speed. McKenna, what a move! Gavin McKenna, mastery from Gavin McKenna! Wizardry from the Whitehorse Wizard.
After that game, I don't think I've ever had as much attention on just a single goal in my life, so it was pretty crazy. The night after, I scored the Michigan, so it was a pretty cool week.
McKenna, Michigan attempt, and he scores! Again, this kid is absolutely insane.
There's been a few moments already at a very early age where he's captured our attention with just that singular moment, that singular play on the ice. It's hard to envision a scenario where Gavin McKenna isn't the first overall pick next year. He's a trailblazer in and of himself as a hockey player, as a first out of the Yukon, as a first out of Whitehorse at this level to reach this stage. And then on top of that, there's the college hockey significance of what this all means, and Gavin being the first player in this post-CHL commitment era where CHL players are now eligible to play college hockey at the highest level. He is the marquee of that.
At first, we were like, no, he's staying in the CHL. Like, why would we leave? The safe thing to do would have been to stay in Medicine Hat, get a whole bunch of points. But kudos to him for, stepping out of his comfort zone and taking that challenge on, because there is some risk to it.
This sort of advent of NIL money, which provides money to players, to student athletes for the use of their name, image, and likeness. He now sort of reframes the potential path for a lot of these top prospects into the NHL.
With the rule change, it's obviously a big decision to be kind of the first big name to make that decision, and I don't know why, I just had a gut feeling that Penn State was going to be the spot for me. That was kind of where I wanted to go after seeing what they did at the Frozen Four. I didn't want to go to a team who wouldn't be in the running, so it's kind of a do or die mentality for them getting that far, and being able to win a national championship would be pretty special, especially at Penn State.
Do you have an idea of what kind of courses you'd like to take?
Yeah, there's a fly fishing course that they were talking about there, so that would be cool. Go fishing twice a week. Around the house when I was a little kid, barely able to walk out, have a stick in my hand. I'd try and fall asleep with hockey gloves on and stuff, and I just love the sport. My family just raised me into it, so yeah, I can't remember a time without hockey.
Going to bed, he always had something hockey related with him. He would put a puck beside his head. He would always try to wear his helmet. And I wouldn't usually let him wear a helmet, but then he would put on like a toque, and that he would pretend it was a helmet. Same thing with hockey gloves. He'd want to sleep with his hockey gloves, and if I wouldn't let him, then he would go and he'd find a mitten. He'd put on a mitten, and he'd pretend it was a hockey glove.
Yeah. When we bought our house, we were like, the backyard needs to be, flat so that, he can have a rink in it. And so we were thinking about that pretty much before he was even born, honestly. When you think about it, like, that was the plan, right? That we'd give him every opportunity to really, become a really good hockey player, so.
As long as I can remember here, we had the outdoor rink every single year. My dad would spend hours building a rink, and I'd want to repay him by spending hours out there, putting it to use. Those were probably my favorite memories growing up, was just being on the outdoor rink with him. I think that's really where I developed my game.
How long have you guys known each other for?
I don't know, probably
6, 7 years old?
Yeah, I'd probably have been 7 or 8. So away from the rink, he's just a guy. He likes to have fun and stuff like that. We go fishing and golfing all the time. So, he's just a kid at heart, I guess. Really.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Getting home, that's what I love. Getting away from the game, it's kind of like a mental reset, honestly. Just getting away from the world, honestly. It's It's what my family loves, and it's what I love. I know, this is what everyone comes here for.
Yeah.
There's the airport landing strip, and then to the left of that's downtown. I love it here. Yeah. I want to get like a property out here somewhere on a lake and get like a cabin one day.
He understands what he means to the city of Whitehorse and Yukon as a whole, really. He gets it. It's important for him to give back, both just to Whitehorse, but also to their First Nation, to the Yukon as a whole. I think, you know, it's a lot for a kid to carry, but he does it very well.
All right, here. Yeah, so Grandma made this. Here she put a wolf because we're part of the wolf clan. I know she spent a lot of time and hours in this, so when I got to wear it at World Juniors, I was obviously super proud of it, and yeah, it's something that means a lot to me and my family. It was kind of a surprise for her that I was going to be wearing that, and for me to represent being Indigenous like that on such a big stage, I knew it meant a lot for my family. Especially my grandpa. He's been through a lot in his life. He went to residential school for a few years, and for the world to kind of know some of his stories, I think that would mean a lot.
My dad didn't have the easiest life, so I didn't know a whole lot about that until I became an adult, and I started to hear some of the stories and things, and they're super hard to hear. And now that my kids are getting older, now they can, they're learning about some of those stories, and not just stories of my dad, but also his friends, his cousins, people that he's known.
He's one of my big motivators as well, and to see how far he's come with the way he grew up and what he's been through, it pushes me every day. My sister's kind of putting the camp together, so I know she's put a lot of work into this camp, and I know me being there for her and the kids means a lot, so hopefully put a smile on their face and stuff.
Gavin doing what he does, the gesture of it without the words I think is big. It's even bigger. It just shows he's willing to carry who he is at heart for everybody to see. And I think that it goes beyond anything you could say. It's not something that we feel we have to wear in our sleeves. He is who he is, and he just does what he thinks is right.
He's breaking barriers, and the fact that he has the confidence and the pride and the understanding, and we've been gifted certain things, and the fact that he's changed the narrative at the highest level.
Hey guys, my name's Gavin McKenna. I'm a Troniquetchin First Nation out of Dawson City. I was born and raised in Whitehorse though. The people who inspired me to play hockey were probably my parents. My whole family just kind of grew up into hockey. My mom over there, grandpa, they all play hockey, so just kind of grew up into the sport.
Did you ever think there'd be an Indigenous first overall pick in the NHL draft?
You don't think along those lines. You think that you want representation. He represented our country as an under 18. He'll represent as an under 20. I'm sure he's going to represent as an Olympian and as a world championship player. But he's also representing his people, and that's something that the way he cares about, that's never going to be lost.
I'm very proud of being Indigenous and the community we have, and honestly everything our ancestors have gone through. I think it's a lot, and I just want to make sure that people are not forgetting, and no matter who you are, where you come from, you can do whatever you want. That's just kind of what I want to do, is make kids believe in themselves, no matter who they are. How's it going, Jack? That's good.
When you see someone who you can touch and feel and you can see right in front of you, that's inspiring, and it's been inspiring for him. Okay, all right, well, this is the shrine. Jack's got a little bit of everything. That's signed Gavin McKenna jersey from Medicine Hat that we ordered the minute that was official. You know, and then this is his first jersey. We bought him for Christmas one year, I think. And you can see it's no longer white because he's just done nothing but wear that outside and year over year. He loves nothing more than to be on the outdoor rink pretending to be Gavin McKenna. You know, me and Willie have talked a lot about how young Gavin had to be to leave town. Like, he was 12 years old. Part of the bigger picture is how can we make that not an issue for kids in the north? How can we provide facilities, training, opportunities where they can spend more time here? It kind of started with myself, Peter Johnson and Willie McKenna about probably a year ago, just talking about, you know, we need a facility. What can this look like? Like, what should this look like? If we had a blank slate and could build something, what would that look like?
The more that we can just put more investment into youth and facilities is a part of that equation. Safe places where our kids can hang out, but also to get the best. And I think Yukon deserves the best.
We went from just having a handful of females enrolled to now we've got rep teams at the U11, U13, U15, U18 level. We're starting to run out of ice here, and that's becoming a thing.
It's tough, especially in the summers when you don't have that ice to use, and I think that's why the rink would be so huge. It could help women's sports, men's sports. It'd be huge for everyone, honestly. You know, I'm fingers crossed that we can get the support and stuff to make it happen.
So I guess a perfect year for you would be World Junior Gold,
Mm-hmm.
Penn State National Championship,
Yep.
first overall.
Yep.
Rink is built in Whitehorse.
That would be a good year. Yeah. Yeah.